hope everybody's doing very good today. Today we're going to be talking about what to know before deciding to join a Greek organization. And by a Greek organization, I mean any fraternity or sorority that is on a campus that you may be attending. So, like I said, my intended audience is incoming freshmen who want to join a Greek organization, but they're unsure about doing so. It's hard for them to decide if they want to join a fraternity or sorority or not. Besides all the hazing and the negative stereotypes, there's also that fear of failing their school that can keep them from joining one. So, a little bit on the background. Many freshmen want to live the stereotypical lifestyle when they first get to college. Like they're away from home, they have no parental supervision, they want to have some fun. But then also they're really timid because they usually don't know a lot of people at the college they attend. So one way they can come around that is by joining a fraternity or a sorority, which is commonly seen as a good idea for meeting new people. But they're worried about experiencing some of the negative consequences like hazing uh, or having bad grades. So here are some methods. My methods. I'm planning on tackling three main issues for deciding to join a Greek organization. One is not knowing what Greek life is. A lot of freshmen, they're not really 100% sure what it is, what Greek life really is, and what it stands for until they actually become part of one. And so I feel like learning what Greek life is will make it a whole lot easier to decide to join it. How can Greek life affect their academic life? So, like their grades, the main purpose they're coming to college is obviously to get a diploma and to graduate. But joining uh, Greek organization sometimes can have a negative effect on their academic life, and that's what they're afraid of. But that's not always the case. And then also, a lot of freshmen aren't aware of all the major benefits they can gain after graduating from joining a Greek organization. And I plan to lay all those benefits out and show them all the amazing things that can come. And then I don't plan on tackling these issues all together and bunching it up. That can make it really confusing. So I plan to tackle them one by one, and I'm hoping that overcoming all these issues will make it easier for a freshman to join a fraternity or a sorority. So far, the work that I've completed, I've began researching my different sources that you'll see later on for each of my issues. I've determined what sources will fit best with each of the three issues that I talked about earlier, and which ones are not really relevant to them. I found out the best way to tackle the problem of freshmen because I've actually experienced that. I've seen a lot of freshmen who have decided to either not join a Greek organization at all, or they've dropped halfway through their first semester because they didn't realize all the hard work that it was really going to take. And overall, on my final report, I have finished the introduction, the background, my methods section, and the conclusion. So here's the remaining work. I planned on doing two surveys, one here at the University of Kentucky, and then one at Eastern Kentucky University. I planned on interviewing 100 students each, 50 who are in a group organization, 50 who aren't, and then splitting both those groups up, 25 male, 25 female, and covering a broad demographic area of people. But unfortunately, I didn't really get enough information and not enough people to complete that survey to get a good feedback. It would have been, I felt like it was going to be very biased. So I will have to find two additional sources to replace those surveys. I still need, and then once I find those two, then I'll need to apply the additional sources to my method topics, and that will allow me to finish my discussion section for my final report. Once my final report is finally done, I still need to run it through a grammar check software, but then I also have two additional, um, I guess I would say, sources that will help improve the grammar even more for my report. I did receive a lot of feedback that was very helpful. One idea was adding statistics of a university, comparing students that were not in a Greek organization and students that aren't, which is GPA wise. Using that as one of my two sources that I need to find, which was very very helpful. Also finding a source that had a good indication of the description of the demographics in Greek organizations, like laying out race, ethnicity, gender, things like that, because there are some Greek organizations that have male and female members to them. And then one really great idea that I was given was adding sections for each of my issues that I plan to tackle. So adding one heading that says what Greek life really is, one heading that says how Greek life can affect your grades, and then so on and so forth. So that was actually a really great idea. And then also adding more information about how relevant my sources were and how they were very significant, which would add a lot more reliability to my final report. And then here are my sources that I have. I have my top source. It was hard to find. I'm still trying to figure out how to board that, because I put all my sources, all the um, URLs into a source generator, and that one didn't really pop up, so I'm still trying to find one that will work. I have State University that has an article about ethnicity, individual differences on college campuses in general. I have Affordable Colleges Online that talks about how to decide if Greek life is right for you. And then Michael James Huss has What to Know About Joining Greek Life, article on that on USF admissions. What is Greek life on the University of Houston? How do college freshmen view their academic differences between high school and college on the American Psychological Association? Todd Shelton has an article on the NIC, which is the North American Interfraternity Conference's website, titled On Greeks and Academic Performance. And then the National Society of High School Scholars has an article on their website about what are the benefits of joining a fraternity or sorority, and is it really worth it?